Lake Lanier. Come on in and we'll show you around.
Welcome everybody, good to have you. We want to take some time and show you our beautiful home, we think, on Lake Lanier. We're excited about the opportunity of showing you a little bit about kind of the lifestyle that we have been able to experience because of Prepaid Legal today, and kind of the resort atmosphere that we've had. It's so relaxing up here and so much fun for us that we just want to spend a little time with you and share a little bit of our life with you. Beverly and I actually grew up in a little town in Ohio, and I actually grew up in the same street, exactly 10 houses from each other, so I've known Beverly since she was 5 years of age. We wound up in Marietta for about 20 years. We fell in love with Lake Lanier and bought a little cottage up here back in 1981.
We'd been coming up here for a number of years, and it was just so nice to come up here, and there was just like no traffic, and it was just like totally different. And it was just, we've always liked the water. We like being on the lake, and it was just like it was like going away to your own little resort type thing. So that was attractive to us. You'll see a lot of our things are in these areas, are gifts that we've also received from the associates in our business. This is our kitchen, and the home is a Stephen Fuller design home. That's one of the things that attracted us to this home. It's very open. That's one of the things we liked most about it. So if you want to come this way.
And this is my favorite spot too, the kitchen, you know, as a result it helps me out a little bit.
And the refrigerator.
And the refrigerator. This Beverly's house, when you really get down to it, I mean, you can see all the touches of the custom-made drapes to the fine furnishings, and she's the interior decorator of this, and it did just a wonderful job.
This is our master bedroom, and actually I take a lot of pride in this room because of the furniture that we do have in it. There was one time in our life where we probably couldn't afford this little nightstand over here, but we've had custom drapes made. I have a lady that works with me in Dahlonega, has her own shop, so whenever I need something done, I give Shirley a call.
Just about every room in our house, we have the opportunity of having just whether guests are here or whether you're on the third level or the first level, you just get an opportunity to enjoy the lake view. And of course, right now it's spring here, so the azaleas just got done blooming in the dogwoods, but you'll see a little bit later, you'll see the little ducks and all the animal life and kind of the quietness that we enjoy up here. So we can wake up with the geese flying in the morning in this room. So we're kind of excited about the way Beverly's decorated the house, and of course our bedroom here. Let me tell you a little bit about our Kincaid prints. These actually are prints that came from Placerville, which are kind of rare in the Kincaid collection, and we've actually are only one more short of actually having all four of his Victoria Christmas scene prints, which we love very much. One of the fun things I like to do is I travel. I collect some books, and I have a good friend up in Dahlonega that owns a very well-known antique bookstore. And she got me a little bit curious on first edition books. So as I travel across the United States and Canada, I go into some of the antique stores and look for first editions. Now here's Gone with the Wind. We've got some other great books up here. A little bit about a poet named Robert Service out of Canada. Very well, pieces of his are pretty much collectible today. And then just books of all kinds of things. We get into, I've got a little here in the sitting room. I have a kind of a little cabinet full of some of the collection books that I've collected over the years, and everything from again Gone with the Wind to the first edition Canadian version of The Kill a Mockingbird, a lot of Hemingway's Farewell to Arms, some Dickens books, and so these are things that I just kind of like to do as I travel along, even kids books, because it's amazing some of the things that you find that you don't think are very valuable, but all of a sudden you find out this book is worth a few $1,000s or maybe a few $100s. It might have been $1 or $2 in the bookstore. So it's kind of something that's easy for me to travel with. When I come back from my travels, I can just throw one in my briefcase or on the plane and that. So they kind of got me a new little hobby from time to time. Plus it allows me the opportunity to meet a lot of new people while I'm out in these areas. I have a young man who's becoming very, very famous right now, who's actually done some duck carvings for me, and this carving right here is actually one piece of wood, and it took him a number of months to do this. And he actually raised the ducks in his backyard and photographs them, and then starts to carve them. Along with that, even Bev can point out some of the other ones that we have.
These are some of the other ducks that Dave has had done by this young man who has done a wonderful job. And this hawk down here actually took first place. And again, you'll see that I'm an avid collector of elephants. I love elephants and hummingbirds. And I've always been told that whenever you buy an elephant, always make sure that trunk is up, because that's good luck.
Our guest room downstairs, is complete with the pool tables. You've got your comfort zone down here, very private. Most importantly, as they're laying in bed, they get an opportunity to look right down here at the lake, just relaxing. They can walk out the double doors down there and walk down the pathway, the lighted pathway, past the water fountain, and right down to the dock. And if they want to go fishing or just relax and read a book on the dock, or it's there for them.
Well, we have two sons, David John, who is 31, and Michael is 28. They both were married in 2001, one in June and one in November. We have two new beautiful daughter-in-laws, Joy, who's married to David, and Ashley is married to Michael. And on February 8th of this year, Joy and David honored us with our first grandson, Andrew David. So we are very proud and very pleased of that. So it's been very exciting. So
we got a mixture of colleges with our kids too. Our son David was graduated from Georgia State with a business degree. Michael graduated from the University of Georgia. Ashley is a UT, great Tennessee individual, which we always root for UT. And then Joy happens to come from the great state of Ohio for our Buckeyes. So we got a good mixture. We can wave about any flag on that dock you want. Well, the coaching started accidentally back in 1978 in Georgia. It actually started way before that, but when I got down here, my son started playing football, and for whatever reasons, it was a lot of parent coaching, and they knew, some of the parents knew that I had some experience in playing the game of football. And to make a long story short, one day I was just yanked out on the field, and I took the team over and won the game. You'll see some of the trophies that been accumulated over the years, and plaques, very rewarding. And of course, there's a little book down there called the Savula-isms, because I make as many crazy statements on the football field as I do at some of my meetings. So, some parents over the years started writing all this down, and started one day presented with a little pamphlet that basically said, these are the Savula-isms. You got to be creative to learn how to win. And one of the things I've always told our kids, one of the things I love to do is just, take the kids in the end zone at the beginning of the season, make them roll around the grass, because, I tell them average teams play in the middle of the football field, champions play in the end zone. That's Ohio State Stadium. In fact, I got a letter once from the head coach of Ohio State because of one of my football teams that had did so well. Of course, I grew up in a little state of Ohio, a little village called Mogador, Ohio, very proud of where Beverly and I actually grew up. And I happened to play on a little Pee Wee football team back in 1959 in this little town, and we were the champions. And about 4 years ago, I was getting ready to do a meeting up in Toledo, Ohio, and I just had a little time to kill. I went through an antique store, and as I was going through this antique store, I saw this little football in this glass case, and it simply just said original Pee Wee football. And I just, for whatever reason, I just walked up and picked it up. And when I picked it up and just started looking at it, I just happened to glance, and there was a plaque on the top of it, and it said Mogador 1959 Pee Wee champions. So 40-some years later, I find a football in an antique store that actually was the football that we played with back in 1959, or supposedly it is, but that plaque is an original. So we're pretty, it literally got everybody excited. They wanted to bring in 11 o'clock news and all that about it.